Alright, so it's time for MCC 21, and that means it's time for more predictions. This time, I'm going to have much more detailed analysis than last time, because I was kind of rushing last time, and I'm not this time. Um, so, I guess I'll start with my process and then move on to the actual predictions. So, I started off doing the same thing I did last time with the scores. So basically, what this is these L4s. They are the score, the average score for that game for that player, based off of Ultra Sheep Lord's spreadsheets, and this number right here is the team score. It's a team chemistry score based upon it's the average of each of the four players' records for the prediction versus the reality of how their team actually did over the course of all the other MCCs. So and this is obsolete. That was an experiment and it didn't work. So basically, what you do is you get the Ultra Sheep Lord stuff, and then you multiply it by a percentage score based on that, and then you add that back into the original score. So that way, it's adding a percentage of, a better way to do this would just be to change this to a 1 and then remove everything outside of these parentheses. I'll do that next time. This is broken. Wait, seriously? That's the score? Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, that is not the right build mart score. I'm going to... Okay, I fixed it. That was weird. That was a visual bug, I think. Anyway, so this ends up being all of their scores in all the games. Blue means it's a team game. Green is a movement, and red is a PvP game. Here are their base scores in all of those games, just based off of the multiplier plus Ultra Sheep Lord. And then I turn that into this. You should ignore this. This is just, just ignore it. It's not worth talking about. This is the placement in each of those games, because I realized that when you go into the actual statistics of the tournament, it's obviously nothing like the averages, due to the fact that they're averages. They're more towards the middle of the data set, because they're literally the middle of the data set. So for each placement, I multiply it by the average score okay, this is hard to explain. In MCC, the first place team usually does about 30% better than the average would suggest. I got that by going through MCC 20's averages for each placement. So I figured out 10th place does 44% worse. So I multiply their actual the score from this page by that percentage. So pink got first here and they got they got 30% better. Purple got fourth, they got 9% better. That sort of thing. And I did that for every single game, and this is what I came up with. These are the score that these are just these numbers divided by, it's basically taking one of these away, but it's like the average of them, so it's 8 games instead of 9, as there are here. And this is what their individual score would be with any game order, because the game order doesn't matter because it's unmultiplied. So this is the adjusted scores based upon the placements. So like green, instead of getting 1140 on grid runners, they get 1448 because they got second place. And then I did that throughout all of these, and this is their total of these, not times 8 divided by 9. So this is their total after 9 games. This is what actually matters. These are an actual prediction. For each of these columns, it is every game. It is assuming that every game except the column that it is in is played. So, like, for this one, it's everything except grid runners. For this one, it's everything except Build Mart, because there's 9 games playable and 8 games in the tournament. And this is what their team scores based on all of those. The bolded numbers are where their team does best. So it's whichever game they don't want to play. And then as an average, so this is all of these combined plus one more, so it's 10 games that, and the 10th one is just the average of these, and that is how they do comparative to their actual score. This is just a fun statistics. It's not a prediction. It's just a thing. This is this is their placement from. So if you don't understand it yet, this is an entire tournament, each of these. So I've simulated the tournament 9 times, with each game removed, excluding game order. It's just, you have to simulate it like thousands of times for that, and I do not have the Google Sheets capabilities to do that. So, I'm just going to, you just want to multiply these by 2 if you want an actual score. So anyway, assuming that the game order doesn't help any team out, which is, impossible, but assuming that doesn't happen, this is each team's placement in each without each of these games being played. So, like, for example, the only times purple doesn't make it to Dodgeball are if Sky Battle or survival games aren't played, and that sort of thing. Cyan gets up to 7th place if Build Mart isn't played. Haha, funny sapnap moment. And this is this number, or this number. So this is the 10 number, and it's this times 10, or, well, like, it's the average of these times 10. And this is hard. I'm explaining this terribly. This is basically their average coin count. That's what I'm going to say. This is their average across all 9 simulations. And that means that these are the actual predictions I'm going to make for the team placements and coins. And that means purple and aqua are going to get into Dodgeball, and I'm not going to make a prediction on who wins. Actually, I will make a prediction, but it's just going to be like a random guess, because Dodgeball is basically random. I just deleted that. So I'm going to guess purple wins, because that it just seems like a more dodgeball appropriate team. It's just like, it's just like, I don't believe Aqua can win that. I mean, it can. It's just like, I don't think they will if it's purple versus Aqua. Now for the actual fun part. This is the actual team scores, including, or the actual individual player scores ranked. So here's their placements. Here's their colors, their team color, and then for the team games, for this one they aren't averaged like they would be in the tournament, but on this one they are. So Shovel 320, Illumina 320, because they're both on an orange team. So that means this is their actual scores. These numbers, when you add them up, may not align with this, because completely separate methods, but it's the closest we're getting. Also, there's going to be an asterisk here on Zeus, because there's just like I make this off of data, and I don't have extra, like, there's not data for him being on a truly competitive. I mean, obviously with Pink Team, MCC 17 Pink, there's data for it, but there's just not enough, so I went with those averages anyway, and that's what I ended up getting. So take all of Cyan's predictions with a little grain of salt. Especially, like, they could get up to like 5th or 6th, assuming assuming their best possible game, group of games, they could get like 5th. And then I guess I'll just go through the top 10 then, just to round this off. So, I mean, I maybe just like, I don't know, you can see it on the video. So, I'm also a little bit scared about this prediction with JoJo Solos. It's just like, I don't think she'll, I don't know, this is shocking. For now, I'll stand by it. I won't tomorrow. But she, as backing up for this super high prediction, I think she won't fall to the usual pitfalls of people playing for their first time, because she's played all of these games except Rocket's Bleef Rush. And that's, and also, of course, Aqua is a really strong team. Also, Ginelli might be a little bit inflated, because her average should already be slightly higher than what she got, even though she's only played once, and, you know, first-timers do worse than they should. She was also on a second-place team, and she got, like, 1,700 something, like 1,747, I think, on a second-place team, and this is a second-place team again. So even though this is her second time, and the last time was her first time, obviously, I think she might struggle. Or not like struggle, but struggle more than a 2370. And 15th place. I don't know what to talk about. Captain Sparkles seems like shockingly low. That's probably why Red is like 7th place on these predictions, like, or even down to 10th. So, also, Green getting 30th place, that's like shocking. Although his team isn't like very good. Purpled, I don't actually believe this will happen. I think Purpled will be somewhere around 15th-ish. Like, switch Purpled and Ginelli. That's it. For, like, I'm not saying that genuinely. Like, I do believe that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to stick to this as my prediction because this is what the numbers say. That's what I'm going to say for now. Um, I don't know. Um, there's probably some really juicy predictions in here. Um, I don't know. Pete's getting a really good score, even though he's on a really uh, not good team. Sorry. I mean, they're not terrible. It's just like, I love them as a team. It's just like I don't think they have the chops to win it or anything like that. So getting fifth place on a, I don't know, like a seventh place, about seventh or 6 point. This is the average of their placements. A, a sixth place team. That's it's pretty good. Um, I do believe in Illumina though. Like this one's uh probably the prediction I believe the most in. Um, there was I saw the what are they called? Like the power rankings? I can't remember. Um, and they had like puns above Illumina. I mean, I believe that could happen. They're very close on the prediction. It's just like Illumina performs so beyond anybody else that it's kind of hard to think that you won't get first. I don't know. I also saw that Flip was like down here or around here. I can't remember exactly where on the power rankings prediction, and I just do not believe that at all. He's on a good team. Maybe not like a great, like a first or second place team, but he's on a solid team, and he's performed this well. This is like pretty similar to his average, even. He, like, if anything, he won't perform worse than this. He'll perform better. It's just like, I don't know. Um, Green was really like falling apart, but they squeaked out a ninth place finish by changing out Nikki for Gumi. Um, just because 40th place versus 36th. Sorry. Uh, I, I I don't know what to say other than sorry. Um, I don't know. Um, I think Ant Frost getting 2844 is somewhat surprising. Um, you know. Oh, and Scott. I didn't even realize he was in ninth place. Wow. Above Dream. I don't think this will be a good event for Dream. Dream usually, when he's on worse teams, he usually does. He's usually the one to drop. Like, he brings everybody else up, but he's usually he usually evens it out by dropping with, significantly. And that's why he's the worst S tier. Yeah, there's a spicy take. Um, so, I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't. Oh, and also Sapnap in sixth place. That's just like he's performing around his average. It's just like he's on a 10th place team. I mean, maybe like ninth or like sixth if they get lucky. It's just like I don't believe that Sapnap will do that amazingly this event.
You can't throw money at that unless you throw it at.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I'll I don't know.
I was not fixing this.
I'll see if I'm right tomorrow.